Everybody. Good morning, good morning. Thank you for joining us here today on this beautiful Friday morning. As you see, I got a little bedhead. I'm still waking up a little bit. This is not the usual setting. This is not the setting you are used to seeing me at. Not my usual setting, I should say. I am at my parents' house in Amsterdam, joining you from the United Methodist Church, or the parsonage of the United Methodist Church. Basically the same thing, but not if you ask my mother. So thank you for joining us today. It is the 5th, so November 5th at 7:30 a.m. So if you are watching this at any other time, excuse me, didn't even have any coffee this morning. I got the burps. But if you are viewing this at any other time, it is a restream. And if it is not the 10th, oh my goodness. Whew, I don't think I'm awake yet. The 5th of November. Morning, Snug. How are you, man? Happy to have you here, buddy. Thank you for moderating for us. Almost said commentating. That would be an interesting. If I had you commentating the workout session, that would be very interesting, wouldn't it? How does the light look on your end? Because I can't tell if this light's coming in really poorly or not, or if this is just the lighting of the room, and this is what I got to deal with. So we will find out. Let's see. Let's move this over here a little bit. I can't see if you can see me or not. That's okay. Just give me 1 second, everybody. Bear with me here. Can you see me now? I'm getting closer. If anyone ever watches Letterkenny, how are you now? Not so bad. And you? I think this looks good to me, I think. So, all right, I'm going to get back to my spiel, and then we shall get going. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining. Adam Fox here for Connected Community Health Support's free virtual online, even though virtual is online, exercise program here for Friday, November 5th, 2021. This is day number 109 of week 31. So great job, everybody, for making it this far. It's not an easy task or accomplishment. So make sure that you're giving yourself, make sure you're internalizing these days as you get farther into the program. Make sure you're giving yourself the credit of understanding, hey, I made it through this week, I made it through that week, I made it, or even if it's just the workout, because these can be difficult and it is hard to stay to a new exercise program like this. So good job, everybody. I'm not going to talk too much more. You know the spiel if you've been here before. Look at that, I rhymed. So if you do have any questions about us, please, you can go. We have all the answers to those questions on our website at connectedchs.com. We are here to eliminate all the barriers to exercise. We do this in multiple different ways. One of them is this free exercise stream. We also have free informational posts on Instagram and blogs, so go check those out. The blogs are on our website, and the posts, obviously, we got TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Do different posts on the pillars of health. So all of our 7 different pillars. You can go check all that out, please, and thank you. Give us a like, give us a share. Tell your friends about us. Let them know there's these 3 crazy guys that are grad school friends that are doing free workouts every single day of the week. So go let them know. Spread the word for us. All we're trying to do is make you guys healthier and happier. That's all I got for my spiel. Of course, if you guys have any underlying health conditions, please go talk to a doctor first before you start this exercise program, just because we want to make sure that you are healthy and happy before we make you happier and healthier. So, I think that's all I got. Oh, work to rest ratio, 45-45. If you guys have not been here all week, that's okay. So I'm filling you guys in now. 45 seconds of work, 45 seconds of rest. This is the 45-minute workout as well. So we are back to the 45-minute workouts. I explained yesterday how we do that. We'll do 4 weeks of lower intensity and lower duration and build the intensity over those 4 weeks. And then the last week of that 4th week, we will go back down to a nice 30-30, or if it's 45-45 split, so then it can get us ready for the next week of the 45-minute workout. So there is a rhyme and reason behind this, I promise. All right, let me get my interval app going here. Oh, there's always got to be an ad. All right, so let's get started. Let's do some warm-up movements. All right, and if the lighting's not coming through very clearly, please let me know. I've only streamed here once before at my parents' house, so let's find out if this is gonna work. All right, let's first open up the chat bar, and once we get going for the workout, I'll make sure we have the workout on the screen there. But first, let's just get started with some good old-fashioned ankle rolls here. All right, so just put the leg out. Get some good ankle range of motion here. Remember, the whole point of this is to just wake the body up. You're just stagnant for 8, maybe 6, maybe 5 hours, depending on how long you sleep. Let's go opposite way now. So you want to make sure that you're waking the body up, right? You're going to wake the joints up one by one. So we're going to start at the ankle and work our way all the way up. Perfect. Now let's switch over to the other ankle. Big rotations here. If you feel any clicking, anything like that, that's okay, as long as there's no pain behind it. You might get some burning sensation, but that's okay as well. That just means that you're working one of the muscles down there. You go the opposite way, and one way is always going to be a little bit harder than the other. And remember, good breathing mechanics as well is a great way to enforce this warm-up. So making sure that you're breathing in the nose and out of the mouth, longer exhales than you are inhales. All right, now we're going to so we got the ankles all warmed up now, and now you're going to do the leg, or the hamstring, the glute, or not the glute, sorry, the hamstring, the quad, the knee. So all I want you to do is kick your butt and then kick the floor. Kick your butt and then kick the soccer ball, not the floor, excuse me. Butt and then soccer ball. We'll do about 10 of these, and then we're going to switch sides. And this is a good one after we warm the ankle up a little bit. If you're not using anything to support your weight or to balance yourself, this is a good single leg stability warm up as well. It's not just the leg that helps stabilize. So I know that's kind of common sense, but that's okay. All right, now I'm going to start the timer here, and let's get going on the hip openers and closers, just like so. Up and back down. Do about 5 to 10 on each side. I do about 7, that's why I say 5 to 10. Then we switch sides here. Remember, you can do this on the ground. We haven't done the grounded version in a very long time. Probably just for necessity of the ease for the warm-up. I think I'm a little bit too close. All right, one more here. Perfect. All right, now we got everything down there warmed up. All the joints and muscles, that is. Now let's go to T-spine rotation. So hands out in front, follow the other hand back, and come back to it. Perfect. Follow the other hand back, and come back. There we go. I know this one, after a nice long night of sleep, or a short night of sleep, this feels real good. Just open up that back and the shoulders, a little bit of neck here too. Good. We did one more after this one on each side. So 2 technically. Now one more on each side. Good. All right, now let's do some arm circles real quick. Do them however you like. Little rotations like this, or big rotations like this. Extend those arms all the way out. Let's try to get some new sensation. Do some new ranges of motion with your shoulder. Give your body a little bit of spice, baby. Spice, spice, baby. All right. Perfect. Now, let's move on to the neck, all right? So we can do the little Jake Carroll head bobs where you just go back and forth like this, as if you're a bobblehead and you got flicked at a diagonal angle. Or we can do the neck rolls like so. Or we can do left to right and up and down. So looking left, looking right, looking left, looking right, like so. And then, as always, looking down those big ankle bones. Looking up and down, up, down, just like so. Perfect. So we're gonna get started. I think. Oh, yep. So we're starting with the reach to the floors right now. Oh, I do have a pillow. Look at that. Didn't think I was gonna have a pillow today. So we're just coming down. We are started here now. I need to make that timer just a little bit louder. So remember, we do have a couple different ways that we can do this. We can do the version that I'm doing right now, the good old-fashioned two-legged. We can also go single leg, like so. Or we can do the bridges. I will show the bridges next round, just as I did yesterday. So I hope you guys are having a great morning today. Up in New York right now, we're getting the first bit of frost on the year, so it could be a lot worse. It could be a lot better. And we are done. There we go. Let me turn this bad boy up. But yes, I don't have the exercise list up. I don't even have the exercise list in front of me, but that's okay. I remember it. Alrighty. Next one, we're moving on to the row fly combo. Then we got the D1 after. So just the good old-fashioned row fly. Make sure I can see the chat again. Good. Good old-fashioned row fly. Just going down, hands from hips to knees. Align that lower back nice. Good alignment of the lower back there. And then we're just going to pull. Ready? And let's go. Pull and row, or row and fly. Messed up my own cadence. I'm the one who made the cadence. Good. And stick around for the quote again today and the tidbit. When we're talking about yesterday, we kind of talked about the positive aspects of going outside and immersing yourself in the environment for even if it's just 10 minutes a day, even though we did talk about 10 to 40. But today we're going to talk about all of the reasons why staying inside and kind of isolating yourself from the environment is bad as well. And it's not just all the inverse. Stopping in 2, 1, and cut it. What I mean by that is obviously the positive effects of being outside are going to be the inverse of the negative effects. So there is a little overlap, but there are some other interesting things and very beneficial things I did not talk about yesterday, as far as vitamin D and overall sun exposure and what that can do to your mental health as well and your immune system. So we'll be talking about that today. So stick around. It's always a good listen, especially when the CCHS guys are bringing you some knowledge, some good old facts. So now we're on to the D1. Remember, we're going to go from here. We're going to do it a little bit different today, only doing one side at a time until I say switch. Ready? Let's go. We're going to pull up. So just a little bit different. Do this for about 20, 22, 23 seconds. And then we are going to switch sides. Just a couple more seconds here. Now we're going to switch. Perfect. And keep on pulling that sword from the sheath. And you'll see, even with myself, that I have a little bit more rotation on one side than the other. So it's okay if you have those little imbalances. You are not your imbalances. That's a big key thing to remember. And we are done. Because I know sometimes people will hone in on their imbalances and realize that one side is not as, doesn't look the same or feel the same as the other. That is okay as long as it's not causing you any pain. We are unilaterally dominant as a species. So it makes sense that we tend to do things more with one side than the other. So that's not a huge deal. Everyone has them. Even with the D1s pulling, it's a little different, but it's okay. We're all not perfect. That's totally fine. So next thing, we're doing the dead bugs. Now I have a wall to show you. If you want to do this standing, you're pulling down with your hands on the wall, bring your feet up, and just holding for a second. I'm going to show the floor variation starting right now. If I have the room for it, I do not, so I have to go diagonal. That's okay. So you're coming down like so, Coming back up. Keeping that lower back on the ground. Coming back up. Keeping that lower back on the ground. Opposite arm, opposite leg, opposite arm, opposite leg. And remember, if this is kind of hard for you with the coordination, let's just do leg by leg first until we can figure that part out, because that's one of the hardest parts. I mean, the hand is hard as well to put that in there, but it is also hard to just coordinate the legs by themselves. So do that one at a time, and then you just start adding in the arm once you get a little bit more confident. Good morning, happy face. Why is Cinderella bad at football? Her coach is a pumpkin. That's a good one, happy face. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. I love the nice jokes in the morning. They really get me going. It's almost better than my coffee, which I didn't have today because I knew you were coming. You're gonna give me a good joke and you're gonna get my heart rate up. Thank you, happy face, as always, and thank you for joining. All right, now we're on to squats. So lateral or regular. I'm just gonna do a regular squats in the chair. Bring back the OG. I'm streaming. Just had to forget that I told Madre I had to stream today. So now we're going back to the squats, like I said. All we're doing, you can do the lateral ones, or we can just sit down in the chair and stand back up as long as your kids don't pull it away on you. Touch your butt, and then come back up. You don't have to go as fast as I am going. You can go nice and slow. And remember, if you can only go down this far, that's okay. What do we do here? We work within your range of motion. There we go. I knew you guys knew it. We work within your range of motion. So do not try to go further down than you can. Only go as far as you can and cut it. There we go. Good job. Always happy face. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're one of the best. Greatly appreciated as always. Alrighty. So we are gonna have what was I gonna say? I had an announcement to make. Yes. We have some really cool nutrition posts coming up, some easy stir fry for the whole family, and also some nice cheat day Brussels sprouts. So be looking forward to that on Instagram as well. Start with the push-ups here in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Going down 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Good. Make sure you're coming down. Keep those fingers nice and spread out. Make sure your hands are not in front of your shoulders. You don't want your hands up here. Remember, you want your hands back here under the shoulders so you can actually use your chest instead of or use your chest in the correct range of motion, I should say, in the range of motion it wants to be used in. Good. Got a couple more here. 1, 2, 3. Last one. 1, 2, 3. And we are done. There we go. I know I've talked about it before. Just making sure which way is the best way to do this. Your hands are not out here. Hands are under the shoulder. So there's almost a, if you're thinking about it from 180, if 180 is straight up, you do not want it to be more of a negative or more of a positive angle. What am I trying to do here? I don't know geometry. What am I trying to do here? Basically, what I'm trying to say is you don't want the arm to be out here. You want the shoulder angle to be lesser than acute, not obtuse. There we go. It's been a couple years, but I got it. That's why I'm a personal trainer. All right. Back to the ITYs now. Remember, bent over position like so. And let's go. T, Y, I. Happy face. Give me an ITY, TY, IY, TY, TTY. T, Y. And you can do these from on the ground as well. Remember, guys, I'm not going to be doing them from on the ground just for practical reasons because I don't really have that much space. But you can do this lying on your stomach or face as well. Probably don't lie on your face. That really won't feel that good, but you know what I'm saying. You get the gist. You're picking up what I'm putting down, huh? I pick things up and put them down. Keep on going here, guys. Stopping in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. There we go. Hope you guys are liking the flow, getting back to the 45-minute workouts. I know I've missed these because even though I know a lot of us are doing other exercise routines outside of CCHS, which is exactly what I want you to do, because we're not the only avenue to increase your health and fitness and wellness and all that good stuff. But I know for myself, this is a really good supplement to add into all the other workouts once these durations start to increase. The intensity starts to get a little bit harder. So I'm glad you guys are here, and I hope you guys are enjoying the same benefits of just having a little bit of extra, just throwing in some little extra cardio here by doing these programs. Starting with the 3, 2, 1 burst in 2, 1, and go. Remember, we do not need to go very fast. Hell, we don't even really need to move very far. We can just go like so, and then big thing, remember, hold. Trying to get that knee up as high as you can. Hold. Hold. Because if this is causing anybody any pain or anything when they're planting, all I'm going to have you do is this instead. Okay? So hold 1, 2. Hold 1, 2. If you are getting any pain in the foot, or if you just don't like this movement, you can do that too. Go ahead and stop it in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Woo! Made it through the first round. Give me a big old high five. Whoosh. Good job, everybody. Good job, good job, good job. All right, all right, all right. Like Matthew McConaughey of working out over here. All right, and we are back to the top. Barring that I did not forget any of the movements. Yes, yes. And it does say MCs on the workout program. That is the 1, 2, 3 bursts instead of not. It's not mountain climber, so I do apologize. I'll fix that on the next 45-second break I have. I just realized that. All right, back to the floor touches. I'm going to do the bridge this time, starting in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So from here, pushing the butt up. I shouldn't say that. You're bringing the hips to even from your shoulders to your knees, right? You don't want to be overarched like this. Nice and controlled like so. And put the feet in the ground, or the toe. Yeah, put the feet in the ground, like your feet are already on the ground. Put your toes, the balls of your feet, on the ground. If you want to make this a little more challenging for yourself, you're gonna feel it more in your hips and definitely in your calves. Or you can go into your heel. You'll feel that more a little bit in your glutes and hamstrings, or you can just do flat foot like a normal person, whatever you want to do. And done. There we go. I'm gonna barrel roll over here. All right. Let me change that real quick. Oh, come on. Racing against the clock at 24 seconds. Come on, baby. Of course, it's the last one on the. There we go. 1, 2, 3. That's all the room I have for. So 1, 2, 3. We'll just have to know what that is. There we go. Perfect. All right, back to the row fly combo. Starting now. I have just enough time to do that. So from here, bent over, row, and then fly, row, and fly. I don't emphasize this much. I really just talk about it at the end. But I do want to emphasize how important it is. I do want to make sure you guys are breathing. I know you're breathing because you wouldn't be here if you weren't breathing, but breathing through the nose and out of the mouth doing these exercises. Your hip and shoulder range of motion and mobility is directly affected by your diaphragm and your ability to exhale completely and inhale completely. So make sure you're just emphasizing breathing in the nose, out of the mouth, exhaling longer than you inhale. Almost done here. Just a couple more seconds. 2, 1, and cut it. There we go. Just go back to the chat screen so I can see. There we go. And good morning to anyone who's joining us right now. Thank you for joining on into the CCHS live. This is live right now. I promise you. No replay. You're not going to be talking to a blank or to a screen that won't respond. Live, day 109 of our body weight exercise program. We're not almost halfway through. We're more than halfway through. We're about 60-something% done, which is kind of crazy. So kudos and hats off to all you guys who've been sticking with us for this entire run. This has been amazing, and we're almost done. So let's get going. Back to the D1. So now we're going to start on the left side. Pull that sword from the sheath, and push it to the sky like so. Pull and push and pull and push, pull and push. I always feel like I'm a server in a restaurant when I put my hand up like that. Now we're going to switch sides. And if you do rotate a little bit, just make sure you're rotating with the whole body like I did right there. So you're not just rotating with just the spine. Don't want you guys to injure yourselves by any means. We're trying to make you healthier, not hurt more. And we are done. There we go. Good job. Alrighty. I don't know what I did to my foot yesterday, but I have a little bit of a foot issue right now. But that's okay, because sometimes these issues are easy to fix, and sometimes they are not, a little bit more complex. Sometimes just getting a good night's sleep, make sure you're hydrated, eating well, will get rid of a lot of your ailments as far as aches and pains and all that stuff. So just keep that in mind if you guys are feeling any aches or pains, or let us know. Reach out to us. Seth Spicer is an athletic trainer. Jacob and I both are very well versed with anatomy and physiology, so let us know. We'll always try to help you out. Back to the dead bug here, and let's go. So remember, if you're not comfortable with, or you can't figure out the coordination of doing both at the same time, that's okay. Just start with the leg coming out first. You'll still get a good core workout out of this, I promise. Leg coming out first, leg coming out first. It's like, all right, now I'm getting the hang of this. So now let's do nice and slowly. See, I tried to do it slow and almost messed myself up. Leg coming out with the arm. Even if you only go to right here, that's okay. Leg coming out with the arm. And back up. Doesn't have to be fast. It can be nice and slow like this. Only a couple more seconds. Stopping in 3, 2, 1, and we are done. And please, if you guys have any questions on the dead bugs, let us know, because I know it's a difficult movement to coach and to learn. So I love personally coaching that. It's one of my favorite core exercises, and just overall full body awareness, especially if you do some, we won't do this for the program, but getting into those positions and doing some deep breathing. Like I was talking about, in the nose, out of the mouth, long exhales, really give you a lot of sense of awareness and give you a lot of sensation in the core to figure out what things are connected, what things should and shouldn't feel like. So I would highly recommend next time maybe holding it down there for a couple seconds, just breathing through that range of motion. All right, back to El Squatos. So let's come down, touch our butt to the chair, come back up. And that's all we are doing for this one. Touch the butt and back up. Touch the butt, come back up. Perfect. Keep on going. Keep on keeping on, my friends. Perfect. Up. Remember, if you can only go down to here, that's all you can go. That's totally fine. Do not worry about it, my friends. I promise it's not that big of a deal. Keep on going. 2, 1, and done. There we go. All right, now, instead of the push-ups, we're going to do the flies, right? Fly like an eagle, whatever that song is from the 90s, I think. I don't know. I was barely born in the 90s, so I'm the wrong person to ask. All right, we're going to lay down, though, and when we do the chest flies, all we're doing is bringing our arms together like so, okay? That, if you don't want to do that, you can do the push-ups. This is just a little variation, alternative exercise for the chest. And we're going to go in here right now. I know it seems kind of a little weird, but if you want to take some weights, even Thank you. Shout out to my mom for these, even if it's only 2-pound weights, right? 2 pounds will be more than enough to make you feel this. And remember, you do not need to use weights for this exercise program. You can use weights if you would like I'm doing right now. So I think it's the first time I've ever actually used weights on this. But the whole point is it does not have to be a lot of resistance. Even if it's just a little resistance, you'll still get a good sensation from it and a good adaptation. So keep on going. We're almost done here. Stopping in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. And I honestly would not recommend you do this with much heavier weights because you don't want to have that. You don't want to have a bunch of stress and load on the shoulder if it's not needed. So, especially in that range of motion, it's not like you're going to hurt yourself, but just being cautious. There's no need to do it if you're not comfortable doing it. All right? Because remember, we're the buffet. I haven't said this in a while. We're the buffet of movement. You come in, you pick the movements you want to do, you do them, and then we all leave and we all go have a great day. Right? We're the buffet. I'm not going to make you eat anything you don't want to eat. And now now we're back to the ITYs. Starting here in 2, 1, and begin. So from here, make sure you are controlling the core here, all right? Now, control is going to mean a million things to a million people, but just make sure you're not bracing your core unless you need to control your core that way. Some people that do legitimately need to control their core by bracing. That's totally fine. But play around with it. See what feels the best for you. If it's just holding a conversation, not your breath when you're doing these, that's totally fine. If it is holding your breath and it feels okay, then go ahead and keep doing it. I'd recommend to try a couple different ways just to see how it feels. But at the end of the day, like I said, you guys are in control. We're just the buffet. And there we go. Good job. All right. Almost done. The second set here. You got those 1, 2, 3 bursts. And then we're back to the top. We've already made it through almost 2. Remember, congratulate yourselves. Once you're done with this set, give yourself a nice pat in the shoulder, pat in the back. If you got the range of motion, nice big old pat in the back. Once we're done with this last exercise, just to signify, hey, I made it through 2 sets today. Maybe that's better than last week or yesterday. Maybe you only made it through 2, or 1, Dewey. Or vice versa. Say you made it through 2 yesterday. Now you're about to crush it through 3. So always acknowledge the good things you're doing. And let's go 1, 2, 3 boosts, bursts. That was close. Good. Remember, even if you don't feel comfortable doing that, you can just hold like this, hold like that. Good. Keep on going here, guys. You have about 20 seconds. And to be 100% honest, and just to be frank, I should be doing this a little bit slower. I should be holding at the top. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. See, 1. Yeah, there we go. And we are done. Good job, guys. You should be holding at the top for just a couple seconds. Even though I'm really 1, 2 is 1 second, but still, you see what I'm saying? Make sure you're holding at the top. And also, give me some love, people. Good job. High five. You made it through the second set. Muy bien, mis amigos. Now we're back to the floor touches. Yes, floor touches. All right. Using the old pillow, the old handy dandy, the old trusted, faithful. I don't have my regular pillow today, but it's okay. This one we'll have to do. We'll do the 2-footed reach to the ground starting in 3, 2, 1, and begin. Good. Make sure you're breathing through these as well. Just touching the ground. The more you bring this horizontal, the harder it will get, because that will mean you need more range of motion. Almost done here, guys. Keep on powering through. Back actually had difficulty with my actual deadlift. So it's taking a little bit more mental time on this one. Stop right about now. You guys got a break from listening to me for a second there, so that's always good. But I had to focus maybe a little bit even too much on my breathing there to make sure I was not causing myself any pain. Because it's interesting how we all coordinate movement differently and how some people will very cognitively control some movements and others they won't think about it at all. So it hinges always a pattern for me where I have to be thinking about it, and not necessarily a good thing to be thinking about it, because sometimes, as I said, you will constrain how your body is trying to coordinate that movement, and now you're just focusing on one aspect, not the whole thing. But speaking of focusing, switching focus now to the row flies. So bent over here, rowing, and then flying like so. Remember the more horizontal, needed that knee pop. You get to the ground, the more gravity resistance you're going to have. The harder it's going to be. Pull and fly. Keep on going here, guys. Keep on swimming, keep on swimming, keep on flying, keep on flying. Only a couple more seconds here. Come on, finish strong. 3, 2, 1, and cut it. There we go. All right, 2 down. So go 6 to go. I had to think about that for too long. Who would have thought that I almost was fluent in Spanish at one point in time? Almost is a real big stretch. All right. Moving back to those D1s. Not like the athletes, just like the movement. D1 from here, pulling and pressing. Here, pulling and pressing. Like so. We're going to start there in just a couple seconds. I feel like there's another PSA that I'm missing. There's something I was going to tell you guys, but I can't remember what it was. That's okay. I'll think of it. I'll think of it in the next 45 seconds. Pulling from here and pressing. Like so. Following your hand with your eyes to the best of your extent. Obviously, no one is a superhuman. You're not going to do it correct. Or not correct. You're not going to do it that way every time. I don't want to say correct and incorrect because the way that you organize movement is much different than how I do. So who is to say what is correct and incorrect? Oh, we should have switched. Whoopsies. Switching. My apologies, guys. Because this isn't a very intense one, we're going to work through the rest here just because I messed up. I owe you and you owe me about 10 seconds on this arm. So we're going to do 10 seconds here. Take the next 35 to rest. Pull and press. Pull and one more. Good. My apologies. Got a little confused there. And I was wondering, I was like, why is this arm burning so much right now? Last time it didn't burn this. Oh, that's because I've been doing it for 31 seconds. Well, 29 actually, but close enough, close enough. Tomato, tomato, potato, potato. I don't know. Moving back to the dead bugs. And remember, like I said, you want to do this standing, that's A-okay too. Pull down the ground, bring the knee up and hold it. I'm actually going to start with these ones and then I'm going to transition to the ground. So pulling down the wall, bring the leg up. Good. Nice, strong support on the other leg. So if I came over and pushed you, you would not go anywhere. That's what I want you to think of. You are strong, supported into the wall, where you are not going to move if I'm going to come touch you. Push you, push you, push you. Just to probably say push, just because everything I'm saying is recorded. So I don't want someone in the future to be able to mash up my words and get me to say some really weird stuff. Keep on going here. I should have switched over to the dead bug about 5 seconds ago, but that's okay. Remember, opposite arm, opposite leg. Keep the other leg nice and still, just like so. And you can do just the legs if you're not comfortable coordinating that arm movement in there. Yeah, good job, guys. We are almost done. FOMO exercises. FOMO, and then we're done. Not FOMO, but 4 more exercises, and then we're done. Don't want you. And I was talking about FOMO. I know you guys. Anyone not being here today, hope you're not getting FOMO. FOMO of this workout, because I know this is a good one, and it's the last workout of week 31. We will be switching to a higher interval duration next week. Still 45 minutes, but the work ratio is going to be higher than the rest ratio. Back to squats now. Remember, you can do the lateral ones if that's your fancy, if you like that cup of tea, or if you like black coffee, you can do some squats, either one. Whichever one you want to do. No, it's not synonymous that because you like tea, you have to do lateral squats. I'm just saying an analogy. Trying to get point across that everyone's got a little bit of a different preference. So no one's going to be doing the same exact thing. Just touch the butt and come back up. Remember, touch and up. And if you want to sit down when you're doing it, that's okay too. Not going to get upset. Probably because I'm not going to be able to see you, but either way, it's still doing a squat. Stopping in right now. There we go. I say either way, you're still doing a squat, so fine for me. Forget you can't really see me if I'm that far away. You guys want to take a break real quick? Just relax, lay down for a little bit. We got 20 seconds till we start the push-ups. If you guys have any questions, please shoot them my way. I love to interact with all you beautiful people and answer any of the questions I can. And if not, then there's no answer because I'm a genius and I know everything. I'm just kidding. Says the one that couldn't figure out the difference from obtuse and acute angles earlier. I'm definitely not the smartest man in the world. Starting with the push-ups here. 1, 2, 3. Remember that shoulder angle. If you look at mine, my hands are not out here. Hands are back under the chest. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Also make sure you're keeping your head as far away from the ground as you can. You don't want to perceive that you're doing a push-up by going down like this and then coming up. You want to come down, 2, 3, and back up. 1, 2, 3. One more here. 1, 2, 3, and we are done. There we go. Good job. Dos más. I need to stand right here. Unless you guys really can't stand. It's a little bit late for that, seeing as the workout's almost over, but now I know for next time I'm here. So right about here is the cutoff spot. 2 more exercises, and then we're going to talk about environment a little bit and the negative aspects, negative effects, I should say, of staying inside too much, isolating yourself from the good old Mother Nature, our good friend and wholesomely loving mother who misses Mother Nature. All right. Enough of whatever I'm talking about. Back to ITYs here. Just like so. I'm going to have to sneeze here. I just got some pepper in my nose. Oh, is that a... Nope, I thought happy face commented. Never mind. I am just that blunt. That's okay. Keep on going here, guys. Arms up, Y's and T's, and T's, and Y's, and I's, and I's, and Y's, T's. Almost done here. Stopping in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. There we go. Woo! We're going to need those shakeouts today because I'm feeling the pain, baby. Or not the pain, the burn. Feeling the burn today, baby. And the burn is always good. Unless it's a painful burn, then I don't need to tell you that. You know that's not good. But that's okay. Only one more, and then we're done. With 1, 2, 3 bursts. I'm really excited to talk about the environmental aspect. We talk about the social. Shout out to Jake for talking about all the social stuff with your relationships. I know that's really important for those of you who may be in a harmful relationship. Go check those things out. Starting here in 2, 1, and let's go. Hold. Oh, no, see? Hold it. I'm going to challenge you guys now to hold it for 2 seconds. So try to go a little bit faster with it. Hold it for 2 seconds. 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 I gotta be a better coach. 1, 2, there we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, there we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Almost done, guys. 1, 2, 1, 2. And done. There we go. Good job. Made it through all 3 rounds. Good job. Good job. Good job. Oh my God. I hear you, Happy. Well, I was going to say I hear you, but it's definitely colder in Canada than it is down in New York. I think it's got down to 33 today when I woke up. So I feel your pain having to work out some of that stiffness, get the body moving right before you're going to work or staying home for work, whichever one you're doing. What am I doing? What am I doing? We don't need that yet. We got to cool down first. So let's see if we can get some of that stiffness out, a little bit of shaking today, Happy Face. See if this will help. So we're going to start with switch it up. Start with the legs first. All right, we usually start with the arms, start with the legs. So first thing, let's shake out the leg. Remember kicking like we're kicking a soccer ball. It doesn't have to be as vicious as mine look. I have a good amount of control over my knee and ankle from my ACL surgery, so I understand the sensation of it. But if you guys just want to shake out a little bit like this, shake, 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 go ahead. I'm not going to stop you guys. I'm not going to tell you how to do it. Now we're going to switch legs. If you're doing this right, you should feel a shake almost all the way up your body, right? Because your hip flexor is connected on to your hip, which is connected to your spine. Well, I'm just kidding. But you understand what I'm saying, that everything should feel a shake. And this is really good for blood flow. If you guys have your own cool down you do, go ahead and do that as well. You don't have to copy what I'm doing. I'm just giving you the options. Now let's shake out the hands, the fingers, the wrists, the shoulders. Shake them all out. I want you to shake from your fingers and wrists, like so. And again, especially if you're really stiff this morning, don't shake violently. Just shake nice and controlled. Give your body some new sensations. Give your body the satisfaction of a new movement, right? Your body loves that spice, like I was talking about. Some little paprika in your morning, right? Spice it up a little bit. Shake it out. Shake it out. Just a couple more seconds here, guys. Shake out the shoulders a little bit. All right, good, 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 good. Now let's get to breathing. Become Papa Squat in front of you beautiful people, so you can actually see me, and just start breathing through the nose, out of the mouth. We'll make sure exhaling for about 6 seconds, inhaling for about 3 seconds.
Activity completed.
Thank you, Siri. I appreciate it, as always. All right. Now, let's get into, I'll call it the good stuff, but that workout was the good stuff. So let's be real with ourselves. Let's get into the second good stuff. The good-ish stuff. I don't know. Whatever you guys want to classify it as. Let's get into the quote of the week, quote of the day, whatever you want to call it. If my laptop would load, I would love it very much. Do do do. Gotta have the Jeopardy theme song when I'm trying to get my laptop to do anything. All right, I'm not gonna keep doing it. Let's see. Come on, there we go. Look at that. The theme music. The theme music ended. A little Jeopardy CCHS theme music ended, and now we are begrudgingly getting to the document to be open. I had it open prior to this, but it is not. Also, if you guys are going to sign out now, thank you for the work. Thank you for doing it. I appreciate it. I hope you guys had a great workout. Hope you're feeling a little bit better. Happy face. I see that. That makes me really happy. That's awesome. Glad that we can help. Hope you have a great day. Hope you're a little bit warmer now and a little less stiff. So thank you guys for joining on, and have a great day if you're leaving now. If you want to stay for the quote and the tidbit, stick around. Let's learn a thing or two, right? Sit down. Let's have a Mr. Teacher Fox teach you something real quick. All right. So the quote of the week is that one of the hardest decisions you'll ever face is choosing whether to walk away or try harder. I'm not going to beat this dead horse anymore. We talked about this yesterday. Thank you, Snug. It's really simple. Right? Relationships, work, finances, exercise, anything, any of the pillars. You can either choose to walk away or choose to keep fighting. Those are the two things that are really most important. That's the hardest decision you can make in your life. I'm gonna let you extrapolate that and identify it to any different situation in your life, but maybe you really need to hear that today. Maybe, who knows? So, what we're gonna get to now is I'm gonna talk about 5, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different side effects of staying inside too much, right? We talked about how awesome going outside is yesterday. So the first one that we are going to talk about is your decrease in brain function. So there's a really interesting study, environmental health. It's published in the Environmental Health Perspectives Journal that showed that anyone who is above the age of 45 that can talking about retiring, right, should consider retiring in a place that affords them or allows them to be in nature more often. And it showed that individuals who did not participate in regular time outside after retiring showed a significantly lower cognitive decline over a 10-year period than those who were outside their environment was more of a being able to spend time in nature. And the two areas they use were more of an urban and a rural. So the individuals that are more of a rural, I know we talked about like health and the last time we did social, environmental, rural areas and the health and negative and positive benefits, but the cognitive decline is much lesser in individuals who are in the more rural area. Significantly lower rates of cognitive decline. Also, the depression, like we talked about yesterday, not getting outside enough is going to have a noticeable impact on your health and mood, and it's going to be negative. So they showed in the Journal of Psychiatry, almost said psychiatry, it's not a word. This is a massive cohort, a meta-analysis actually. So about 32,000 participants showed that individuals that stayed inside, who identified as staying inside more often and or isolated themselves, had a much lower level of vitamin D, and that was also associated with depression. So these individuals were more likely to express thoughts of depression on a subjective, I can't think of the other words, on a subjective survey. There we go, on a subjective survey. So we'll talk about vitamin D as well, but knowing that not getting enough vitamin D does lead to higher signs of depression, right? And also joint. So it's 2. Now number 3 is having a lot more achy joints, and this goes back to the sunlight that I talked about yesterday and the vitamin D I'm talking about today. So your body needs that sunlight, not just for the purposes for your circadian rhythm, but just for overall nutrient purposes. Vitamin D is very important for your blood and inflammation levels. So lower vitamin D has been shown to cause more inflammation, more of an inflammatory response in the joints, muscles, and other parts of the body. It's causing more pain, and obviously the inflammation is never a good thing in the body. Inflammation we're always trying to get rid of. So lower level of vitamin D, because you're not going outside and getting enough sun exposure, is going to lead to more achy joints and more pain, because you're going to have all that inflammation. Also, we kind of touched on this yesterday, but sleep. I'm already on Google Chrome. Whoopsies. I'm going to address that in 1 second, Snug. Yes. So making sure that you are getting adequate levels of UV light in the morning, and getting darkness at night, natural darkness, not like turning off the lights in your house, because that's going to signal your body that it's ready. It's time to either wake up or go to sleep. And one of the studies that I'm referencing found that there's actually another meta-analysis published in the Journal of Nutrients, showed that because individuals had a vitamin D deficiency, or at least this cohort, the 10,000 people that they were testing, those people with the lower levels of vitamin D were associated with a higher risk of sleep disorders. So there's multiple different sleep disorders, obviously, but just not only is lower levels of vitamin D going to make you less happy, so make you more depressed, I should say. It's also going to increase that inflammation, and it's going to make it so you're not sleeping as well. And as we've talked about in the sleep pillar, sleep is the bed of the foundation for all of the other pillars of health. You must have good sleep first to then be able to improve the rest of the pillars of health. So that's also very important. The last thing is your immune system, right? So now we've talked about you're not happy, you're not getting enough sleep, your body is inflamed. All these things are going to lead to a weaker immune system. So, and this is also because vitamin D does not just play a role in inflammation, and does not just play a role in helping you sleep, and does not just play a role in calcium in creation of bone. You know, and it does not just do those things. It also helps with a properly balanced immune system. So having adequate levels of vitamin D becomes really essential if you're not spending that much time outside. So the last thing I'm going to say, because this is the fifth and the last, if you're not prioritizing those two things, so making sure that you are getting adequate amounts of sunlight and obviously sleep as well, you are running a much higher risk of lowering your immune system's ability to properly and effectively fight off infections and viruses. Excuse me. There was a very notable study, though, out of the Journal of Clinical Nutrition and Endocrinology that talked about having inadequate levels of vitamin D, and how that was associated with an increased risk of cancer, autonomic disease, hypertension, infectious diseases. So vitamin D, if you guys get anything from this little rant that I just went on, vitamin D is very, very, very important when it comes to overall health and wellness and overall functioning of your body. It's not just, oh, I need to get some sunlight, I need to get some vitamin D, good, strong, healthy bones. Like, yes, that is a part of it, but it also affects your immune system. It also affects your cardiovascular system. It also affects your sleep and your la cabeza, the head. It affects your mental health as well. So that is all that I got for you guys today. As Snug said, do not forget to change back the clocks Saturday night, because it is daylight savings time. So we get an extra hour of sleep on Saturday. Let's go. I know we can all use that. Speaking of sleep and how important it is. So that is all I got for you guys today. Thank you for joining in. I will see you guys on Monday morning. I will be here this Monday. I had some other personal things I had to take care of. So thank you for being understanding and hanging out with my boy Jacob Carroll. We'll have the restreams up for 12 o'clock and 5:30 today. That's all we're doing. We're not going to be doing 24-hour restreams because I don't really think that's necessary. I'm not sure, Snug, if you will be moderating for the restreams as well. I don't even know if that's possible, to be 100% honest. But we will. That is the schedule from now on. Just only 3 times a day: 7:30, 12, and 5:30. And if either of you, because you guys are ye old faithfuls, Snug and Happy Face, have any suggestions for time slots aside from those, the 12:30 and 12:30, 7:30 and 12 are set, but the 5:30 we might push back a little bit. We're not 100% sure yet. So if you guys have any suggestions, reach out to us. Let us know. Your input is always valued because we love you, and you guys are helping us become who we are. You guys have made us who we are, so we really appreciate it. So, only clap 2 times a day. That's all we got for you. I just hit an hour, so I'm going to sign off. So, thank you very much, guys, for being here, as always, and I really love the love and support that you guys give us and vice versa. Snug, Happy Face, all the other CCHS members, community members, I'm signing off now, and you have a great weekend. Stay happy and stay healthy.